Hey, this is your boy Sarah, just checking in with you. You see me online all the time, doing my anti-bullying thing and talking to kids or singing to the elderly, that kind of stuff. But I like to share other things with my audience because there's some real life stuff that happens with me, and I think I like to share because some of these things are just funny to me. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I like to share it, and I think it might be kind of helpful for guys out there. This message I'm going to share today. It took me a long time to come up with a good title for it. I was thinking about it and just contemplating, and I really wanted to be really creative. So it took me a while to get this title, but I finally got it. And what we're going to call this message today is Sir Rod gets a colonoscopy. Yeah, Sir Rod gets a colonoscopy. Yeah. Let me tell you something. After you get a certain age, there's certain body maintenance stuff you have to do. And I had put it off after, you're supposed to get it when you turn 50, but I put it off for 2 years, which is a no-no. You should get it at 50. You should get it. But I put it off because I was nervous. I haven't been to sleep. I've never been admitted in a hospital. Knock on wood, I've been doing really good health-wise. I haven't been put to sleep since I was 12 when I had to get my tonsils taken out. So I was really nervous about that thing and the whole process. But after going through it, I found out that it really wasn't that bad. Now, there's two sections here I'm going to discuss with you real quick. The first of the process is you have to take a solution called Gavalite C. Now, they kept saying the worst part is the solution. I didn't believe them, but the worst part is the solution. Now, Gavalite C should be in the Guinness Book of World Record or something because that solution, it made my bottom parts do things I didn't know that it could do. I mean, it was amazing. And also, at one point, I didn't know if I was number one or number twoing at the same time. I mean, Gavalite C, I could do a whole video on just that alone. But we're going to fast forward to the actual procedure itself. Now, as I said, I had never been put under before since I was 12. And so really nervous. I get in, and then, they have to prep you. And prepping basically means they put all these tubes and wires in your nose and oxygen monitors checking my heart because I guess they putting me to sleep. And they asked me all these questions, and then I got wires on my chest, my nose, and things checking my blood pressure every 5 minutes. I feel like I was in a space shuttle. So then they wheel me on back to the procedure room. And then I'm talking to the nurses and, they're asking me a few questions and just talking about life stuff. And the doctor was running late. But finally, the doctor finally shows up. And when the doctor shows up, everybody just started saying goodbye. The nurses started saying, all right, Mr. Patterson, it was nice meeting you. You take care. And I'm like, well, he just walked in. And they said, well, we're gonna start administering the medicine to put you to sleep. And so, in my head, I thought it would be like in the movies or something, where you kind of drift off. And so right when the nurse started turning on the medicine, right at about that time, my hand, they had the medicine right here in my hand where it was in a vein. And that vein started burning. And then it started radiating. It started to feel like a Charlie horse. And then I thought to myself, now I'm sitting here with these tubes and stuff on me, and I'm on my side, so I wanted to say something to her, so my hand started to Charlie horse, and right about the time I said, maybe I think I should. It's over. It was over, just that quick. Before I could even tell him mid-thought of my hand is starting to hurt. It's over, Mr. Patterson. Not only was it over, but I was back in the recovery room, all the tubes and all the wires, everything, and I was prepped. They had me sitting up in the bed, like, you could get dressed now, Mr. Patterson. That blew my mind, just how quick. And I looked at the clock, because I remember looking at the clock before I went under. It was like 10 o'clock. And when I looked at the clock again, it was like 10:50. So it was like been 45 minutes, 50 minutes. I was mad at my body. Seemed like it didn't even put any resistance to that medicine. Seemed like in my head, I thought I would fight it off. And man, they had to give you extra dose. Nah, my body just laid right over. It was like no fighting. I was gone and was back again. So that was the mind blowing part. But it wasn't really, at the end of the day, it really wasn't that bad, other than the Gavalite C. And hopefully, and then the doctor told me that I don't have to take another colonoscopy until 10 years. So hopefully in 10 years they come up with another way to clean out your runway for the procedure. But other than that, the actual procedure itself, doctor told me I had the colon of a 20-year-old. I don't know what that means, but I'll take that. So, but anyway. All right, I just wanted to share that with you. Guys, if you haven't got it, go get it. Look, it saves a lot of worries and concerns. And if they catch something early, they can nip it in the bud. But if you wait too long, a lot of guys wait too long. So go on and do it. Man up like I did. It ain't that bad. All right, this is Siraj's public service announcement. Get your colonoscopies, guys and girls out there. And y'all take care. Also, follow me. You know, my web, talking to kids about bullying and drugs, and adults too. So be blessed. Peace.